we open up the scene with a shivering, shaken Starcaller holding on to the hilt of what was once an epee, and as he lays within this muck, this mire, surrounded by this spore fog, we just hear the almost cries and screams as we see more of these small kind of moving mounds starting to erupt, and more of these spore servants and half-eaten bodies just coming up from the ground. And we see them all kind of en masse, like a zombie horde, just kind of moving in a large spiral, ever creeping closer towards the base of this giant mushroom tower. And then we see Sephel and Scylla and Ivan has just let go of your heads as he has shown you this vision in which he basically said, "See the true horrors and let it calm your mind." And while Scylla, this kind of almost refreshes you in this odd moment for you, Sephel, you weren't really suffering from anything per se, but while you see this vision, nothing's changed for you in this exact moment.
Yeah, totally fine. Did we hear and see any of the commotion that Starcaller went through? I recall the creature that popped out, there was this like loud screech it let out. Did we hear that?
It happened like right as you came out of this vision. Gotcha. So you heard it, but now you're starting to hear more and more of these moans and screams and cries echoing out throughout this cavern. So it's very hard to necessarily dictate if you know if that was Artomis or not.
But Starcaller is not around us right now.
No, he's not visible. You don't see him.
Sephel sort of snaps back into reality, and he's seeing Scylla sort of not as shaken as she was. I want to say grounded, but this area is still very unnerving. So I think when he snaps out and hears the noises and sees that Starcaller is gone, he's going to whip Indigo back into his coat and stand up abruptly. Things are happening. We need to find Starcaller. We can't stay here. And he's just going to start moving down the slope.
Ivan reaches out one of his large hands towards you, Scylla, and goes, "Is you alright? Can you stand?"
I think she's finally slowly blinking as she realizes that things aren't as dire as she had thought. "I was not in my right mind." And she'll take his hand and stand. "I have you to thank for bringing me back."
"Do not thank me yet. If I must show you the true darkness, the dark tapestry, it could lead you to another break. Be careful."
I do not know what that means."
"Perhaps in due time. But come, Sephel is correct. We cannot leave your friend out there."
"Oh, yes, Sephel." I'll turn around. Can I see Sephel or Sephel going?
Yeah, you can see his form starting to disappear into the mists here.
All right, I will hurry after Sephel. I think I still have like a little bit of like, this was scary to me 30 seconds ago, and so she is still like paranoid, looking around at all the shambling creatures.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like filtering out of your brain what was healthy fear and what was paranoia.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So she's like hunched and like definitely gotten all her, like she's looking at everything.
As Sephel heads down, can he see Artomis at all?
Make a perception check.
Okay. 16.
Yeah, you see his form prone on the ground, covered in muck a little ways before you.
All right. I will rush over to him. Does he seem fine? Is he conscious? Is he good? Like,
Yeah, he's
I'm
conscious,
right up on him.
But make an insight check.
Okay.
Yeah. As you look on Sephel, Artomis is like quickly like switching his shield onto his back, and like he is dual wielding a broken like rapier and Dawn's Edge.
Is it like? Sorry, I want to make sure I'm picturing this properly. Is it the hilt that you're holding, or is it like the end of a blade?
It's like the hilt with like, you know, like 3 or 4 inches of like broken.
Nice.
Andrew, for combat purposes, I'll let that function as a dagger in your offhand if you want.
Well, thank you, sir.
Yeah.
So yeah, Sephel is going to rush up to him as he gets up. What happened? Are you hurt?
Artemis will just kind of shake his head. No.
All right. Well, Scylla has steeled herself again.
Yes, Starcaller, I do not know what came over me, but I think for all of us, and she looks around at everyone, we should stay together.
Artemis will give you like a solemn nod.
Okay.
And then he's going to kind of gesture further down towards the southwest, where you as players know that that's where he saw the opening, and he's kind of gesturing that way and asking you to follow.
Yeah, I'll follow
we'll follow.
behind.
Okay.
Artemis sort of leading his way, kind of like going right around the nasty roots, just working their way clockwise.
Yeah, as you guys keep moving about the space, you see more of these forms kind of appearing out of the fog, more of these hook horrors and drow and grey dwarves and gnomes, and some of these what probably were once myconids with these horrible twisted growth forms moving about, and the screams and the cries that once were emitting out slowly begin to dim down. And as you continue to circle around to the southwest around this giant fungal tower, you start to hear that like sickeningly sweet, maddening song, like just kind of like those notes that linger in the air, and these figures once kind of just aimlessly marching and now are kind of beginning this long almost spiral around the tree-esque tower, are now almost like dancing. They're moving their forms, they're twisting. You see more and more of these bodies just kind of like drifting up as this song flitters through the air. The fungal spores, these gassy like clouds that move about you, seem to pulse and almost illuminate with the beats of this song, providing odd lights and shiftingness. Artemis, make me a perception check.
Absolutely. That is but a 9.
Okay. As you're moving to the south here, you see probably about 30 feet away, tearing itself up out of this mossy kind of ground, is that same drow that had burst forth from that bubble and like come screaming and tackled you to the ground. He literally forces himself back up out of the ground and just and starts dancing and twisting with all the others. Do you guys keep moving around this tower?
think so.
Okay. Keep moving yourselves around, and all of you give me perception checks.
Much better.
What'd
Don't
you
leave
get,
us
Scylla?
hanging. Oh, 16.
16?
Hey,
Okay.
16 buddies.
Sephel?
Hey.
2.
Wow.
Artemis?
16 as well.
Okay, and Ivan got a 19. So as Starcaller, you reach that kind of route that you're standing upon. As you start to climb over it and the rest kind of join you, you see up in this kind of alcove directly to the north of you, you see what looks like a gigantic, almost like door, barely distinguishable from the trunk that stretches out all about you, but you can see what definitely looks like the impression of a door, and more of these forms are dancing towards the door, but as they get there, they kind of stop, and then they just continue to sway. What do you do?
Artemis is gonna look towards the door, for lack of a more descriptive term, and just kind of like gesture towards it, like point to himself and like holds up a number 1 and then points towards it.
Understood. I will like try and keep the dancing people away from the group while we head to the door.
Okay, go ahead and move your tokens up that way.
Cool. I'm gonna pop right up there.
I think Sephel is going to try to maintain that wizard sandwich that they like so much, so he'll be right behind Starcaller, sort
Smart.
of positioned between him and Scylla.
Wizard sandwich on Marshall bread.
Ew.
As you guys are proceeding forward amongst all these bodies, it gets narrower and narrower until you're literally brushing sides with these zombie-esque corpses, like you're
We're in the
walking
club.
down a city street, just person shoulder to shoulder. They're pressing in on you. You see their faces turning towards you. Hands slowly come up and start like grabbing onto your shoulder without much force. Some of them begin touching your faces. Some of them their faces are almost right up against yours as you continue to force your way through. The cedar, she comes. The wedding. I need you all to make me another sanity check.
Is
Both
this
haven't been going
the-
so well for us?
Is this the actual sanity check, or is this the wisdom save that we've
This
been
is
doing?
the legitimate sanity check.
Okay.
Okay.
And if I remember right, our sanity goes down after a fail.
No. You accumulate till you get to an
Okay.
indefinite madness, and then it goes down.
Cool.
So if you fail again, Andrew, Starcaller's inflicted with an indefinite madness.
I would rather not.
Scylla, even though you've
Same
been
thing, right?
cured, same thing happens to you.
Maybe we should just kill these people. You know?
Oh boy.
Ivan barely succeeds. Sephel, why don't you tell me what you got? Since you haven't failed today yet.
Just hold on.
There ain't nothing, bud, unless you got some inspiration to burn. No. Okay.
I'll take that. So, because you allowed us a sanity point back for our time in the City of Ember, I did get my modifier back up to a +2.
Okay.
So that is a flat 10.
Fail.
Fuck.
Scylla,
You did this for what? 14.
fail.
Wow.
Yes, that-
Wow.
That's a 7, dog.
Fail.
That's a high DC. I mean, we're right next to the tower.
Literally,
I meant
every time you
15.
get closer to this stuff, the DC has gone up for everything. I'm sorry, Sam. What were you going to say? I didn't mean to interrupt you again.
No. All good. When you gave us the +1 for the City of Ember and then I lost one, I'm back at a 12, so it is a 15, not a 14.
It's a what?
A 15 instead of a 14.
Okay, so Scylla's then okay if you got a 15.
Yes, 14 on the die. Plus
Okay.
1 because my sanity almost went down 1, but then it went back up because of our City of Ember.
Okay. Scylla, you managed to hold it together. You and Ivan. Sephel, you're going to experience some short-term madness.
Okay.
I need you to roll me a D100, please.
Okay. Wow. We are nothing if not consistent. 53.
Wow.
Fuck, am I babbling again?
This is great. Andrew, you... Oh, damn, bud. You went short-term, long-term. You're rolling on the indefinite now.
Oh, yeah, we are. It's been a
Roll
hell of
me
a
a
day for
D100.
Artomis Starcaller.
Madness comes on quick.
Regrettably close. 67.
Ah.
So close to greatness.
There are only so many 50 numbers you can roll.
This is interesting. This is so interesting. I can't wait to see.
I hate how much you like
No.
this.
No.
I love how much you love this.
No.
Power.
Don't let Will have fun.
Can Brendan and Sam?
Yeah.
You guys are gonna find out later, but in this particular moment, can you take off your headphones and I'll give you a thumbs up when you can come back on. You're gonna find out later, but just for this particular episode. So take them off.
right.
I'll give you a thumbs
Yeah,
up when you
nerds.
can come back.
Yeah, nerds.
All
Take them off. Take them off.
With yours, your indefinite madness, which is technically a flaw, and it lasts until it's cured, and it takes a big thing to cure it. So, Brendan,
Yep.
you have a small psychotic break.
Okay.
You truly begin to panic as all of these forms, these zombie-like creatures begin to pluck and pull at you all. And I need you to roll me a d10 to see how long this lasts.
Okay. 1.
So for the next minute, you attack anyone and everyone around you.
We're putting somebody down, Sephel.
It's Brendan's revenge.
So this is what I'm gonna do. I'm not gonna roll for initiative unless Sephel starts blowing shit up necessarily. I want to see where this goes story-wise. We have 1 minute. Sephel, you're the only one that knows when this happens. Something just triggers up and you start losing it. What happens in your mind here?
So Sephel is sandwiched between Starcaller and currently Ivan. Right in front of this massive fungal tree.
Yeah, you're about 15 feet away from this carved door in this base.
And he looks around and he sees the spore zombies, and he looks at Starcaller, and he turns and he looks at Scylla, who has elected herself to remain close to these fungal zombies. And he looks over, and he sees the spore-filled, shambling form of Indigo. And it all makes sense. They are here. They got him. They shepherded him here to turn him into one of these creatures, to take his mind to a greater will. And it took him so long to understand, but hearing the song, seeing his friend as one of them, seeing the drow. We escaped from the drow, now they're here, coincidence.
I think
And it
not.
makes sense. And he takes his staff and he swings it at the back of Starcaller's head.
Oh.
Make an attack roll.
Okay.
And we're like really sandwiched in between all of these bodies. Can I even like tell what's happening up there?
You can make a perception check, but it's going to be difficult. You guys are literally surrounded by dozens and dozens of these bodies.
17.
Does that hit you, Starcaller?
With baby.
So I imagine your staff or whatever you're hitting with just like hits him in the back, but it's not enough to damage him.
Okay.
Starcaller, you feel that hit upon you.
I turn around, wondering if this is like an attack or something. My first thought is like, oh, he needs to get my attention. So I look around and I assume I see a certain look in Sephel's eyes.
Yeah, so he's like red eye, like panic eyes looking around. He just hit your armor, and I think I lean into it. He keeps like bashing against the armor, like trying to make purchase, but it's not. Like he's fighting with everything he physically has, but it's not enough.
Do you think because of this, Sephel would cast a spell?
If the staff isn't working,
lean into it.
Yes.
Lean into it.
Yes.
Lean
Feel
into the
your
madness, but don't
madness.
meta this.
Let it
These
take
are all
control
your
of
enemies.
you.
You see indigo, fungal indigo. You see Artomis turn towards you, and he's covered in fungal growths. And Ivan and Scylla, they're all coming for you, dude. What does he do to preserve himself?
Pulse wave.
I think
Pulse wave.
so. He turns, and he's gonna get the most bang for his buck here. And he's gonna cast. He's like, at this point, he's panicked. He's whirling. He's swinging the staff. You won't take me. You got indigo. You've brought me here. I was stupid for too long. You won't take me. And he turns and blasts a pulse wave to the south of the map, which is going to hit, I think, these 4 drow that popped up. It's going to hit Ivan. It's going to hit Scylla.
Let's roll for initiative. Scylla, I imagine in this moment you hear like the thudding of Sephel's staffs and his mad cries, and then you see him turn around over the shoulder of Ivan, and then just this wave appears. All right, what's the save for us?
It is a Constitution saving throw.
Okay. Ivan, let's see what you got for Constitution saving throw. I have a 19.
Okay, he failed. Saves, sorry.
Okay. Still not great for me, though.
16.
Fail.
I'll roll for the collective group of spore servants. Nope, they all fail.
It's gonna be a shame when Sephel dies. 2 fellow characters.
We will do what Will could not.
Finish the
If it
job
was-
for me.
If I was going to go, I'm glad it was you. So Scylla takes 15 points of force damage and is blown 15 feet away.
Okay.
So backwards, like straight towards that drow, 15 feet south. Ivan takes 7 and is not pushed. Anybody that failed takes the 15 and is pushed 15 feet away from me.
Okay. So is it the 2 to the left and to the right of Ivan that
Yes.
are getting hit? Okay. Those guys all instantly just fly back, and their body parts are just blown apart. They're dead instantly by this pulse wave.
Okay.
Artemis,
Can
Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
Can I move as part of this, or am I just getting the attack off before we effectively
This
go
is
into
just going to be
initiative?
an attack off.
Okay.
Yeah. So I've thrown the bodies of these corpses that you've then since blown away. Ivan managed to like stick his glaive into the ground, his scythe, and like hold firm, but still gets blasted by this. Artemis, you turned around after Sephel just tried beating on you just to see him whirl around. You know he's not in his right mind. What do you do here?
I would like to use my first attack. So obviously, like Artemis is going into like damage control mode. This is not great. But it's gonna just use a like foot and like kind of strike out against the back of Sephel's knee. And then try to like with Dawn's edge, just like grab around him in like a half Nelson and bring him into. First, I'm gonna try and knock him prone.
Okay. Let's do an athletic check or an athletic competition between the two of you.
Okay.
Let's go, Beef Wizard.
Beef Wizard, show me your strength.
I'm gonna use a past life roll for this.
Son of a bitch.
He's nuts. He's got to survive.
Yep.
Using everything I got.
Literally every stop out that you have, Sephel.
Oh yeah, no. This is either ending in unconsciousness or death. It's your call, guys.
Sam is so not happy with this right now.
I'm not happy either, but who am I to question the madness?
I'm like, I'll kill who I have to.
Okay, 24 for Sephel.
Wow, yeah, I'm a Dexidin, dog. You crushed my 17.
Oh, I didn't even need that roll then.
So describe. You feel this arm starting to come around. You see Dawn's edge moving. How does Sephel get out of this?
I think he feels the arm around him, and he knows that if he loses this, if he is subdued, he is the next corpse to walk in this field. And he slips out, pushes the blade away, and he reels back. And Artemis, you see probably the most feral version of a mind flayer you've seen. The tentacles flare, the beak like snared at you, the eyes bloodshot, daring you to attack again.
Don't mind if I do. I'm gonna feint with Dawn's edge. No. This is what it's for. I'm gonna feint with the epee, and then I'm gonna bring Dawn's edge across your chest.
Okay.
Do it. This is that inner party combat.
This is the moment Will's been waiting for. That is a 19 to hit.
That hits.
Not even gonna throw up a shield, bro?
If I hit shield, he would still exactly hit my AC.
Okay. Alright. Yeah, dead.
Ivan's a cleric. Yeah, Ivan's a cleric. Divine Smite.
Oh, fuck.
Oh, this is so beautiful because I like Starcaller, tactician. He's a conqueror. He knows what's going on. He knows the damage that Sephel can absolutely dish out. So yeah, this makes sense. You're just like, I gotta put his ass in the ground right now.
I got good news and bad for you, Squid Boy. That's 15 points in necrotic, and a measly 4 points of radiant.
Okay.
Take
Trying
that, Squidward.
So 19 total.
Where's your clarinet now?
Let me check something real quick.
Artemis,
Okay. Okay, absorb cannot capture either of those damages, so that's fine.
And I ain't quite done with you yet. I'm gonna bonus action roar. So I need everyone within 10 feet that can hear me to exceed on a saving throw. So I don't know if the spore servants actually count, because I don't know if they have ears or not.
Is this a wisdom save?
This is a wisdom save, yes.
Okay.
But it will definitely affect Sephel and Ivan, unfortunately.
The spore servants collectively got a 2. So
Cool.
I'm going to say Ivan and Scylla not affected by this.
Great.
Okay, how's a 17 treat you?
Well, you suck. You are not frightened until the end of my next turn.
Okay.
But I guess the spore servants are. Should have stabbed you again.
probably
He's
should.
already afraid of you anyway.
Is that the entirety of your turn, Andrew?
That is all I got.
Sephel, you're up.
Oh shit. Okay.
Yeah.
I am going... Artomis.
Yo.
God. This is not... Paladins are really good at saves. I am going to try to break away.
You
So
have to use your action to attack.
Oh, I will.
Okay.
Believe me, I will. I'm still going to move. Like, I'm just trying to get out of this cluster. Like, still get away from the people that are trying to capture me.
Okay.
So I'm going to break across and start... actually, I'm gonna go crazy. I'm gonna go the way we didn't come and start, like, circling around the rest of the tree.
Okay. Moving through the remaining spore servants counts as difficult terrain, so don't
Okay.
count
So
that
I
into
would
your
only-
movement speed.
Yeah, so at 25 feet, I think I can get right here.
Did you
I would
disengage? Because otherwise there's some attacks
No,
about
I don't have disengage, so I will take the AOO.
Oh, good.
You get 2.
I was hoping you'd say that. Oh, make it 3, William.
What?
3?
I'm taking 1.
No, I meant you. These
Oh,
spore
yeah,
servants that he hasn't hit haven't aggroed.
So it's you and Ivan, I assume?
Yeah.
Yeah. Actually, I'm going to...
Go ahead, Star Caller.
I will
and tell
say,
him
I
that.
think with Sephel leaving that cluster, Scylla can also finally get eyes on what he looks like,
Yeah.
which
No,
is
you
like,
see, he's definitely not okay.
Yeah, it's a dirty 20.
Okay. Okay.
And, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and smite again, just so you know that's coming.
Okay. Star Caller, are you saying anything to Sephel as you do this, or no?
Man, sure would love to, Will, but unfortunately I don't have the ability to speak right now.
Has it not been 4
That's
minutes
right.
since the ledge?
No, we've been in bullet time.
No. It's been 4 minutes since the babbling stuff. That's past. That's definitely
Oh,
past.
okay.
Yeah.
New Madness, who this?
Yeah.
Sorry, that was 2 madnesses ago. My bad.
Yeah, it was.
Alright,
New
so many.
madness.
What
Who
was
this?
my
mind.
Sephel, I know this isn't you, but it's for your own good. And then as you try to run, he buries Dawn's Edge in your back for 15 points of necrotic and 10 points of radiant.
So 25 total points. Damn.
That does it.
You ready for Ivan, bud?
I'm down.
You're down. You're unconscious.
I
Okay.
had 21 hit points. So as he's like turning, which good thing you did that because I was about to pop a ray of enfeeblement on your ass, which is not a save. It's just a +9 hit modifier, bitch.
Oh shit.
And then all your strength goes down the drain. So yeah, he is like turning, mumbling the incantation like as he looks away, and just feels that blade sink behind his shoulder blades, and I'm like the pain. I imagine he just passes out from that like pain spreading all through his body,
Yeah.
and all he can think is this is how I end. I fought
Yeah,
as hard as I could.
You disappear. Your mind dips into the darkness, and you think I'm done for. As he falls, Starcaller, you see Ivan was poised, ready to go at Sephel as well. Scylla, you see Sephel fall, and all the other Spore servants are still just kind of standing there, swaying back and forth. We're out of initiative. What do you do?
What happened? And she's gonna kneel down and hesitate to give a health potion just yet.
Artomis will hold up a hand. Hold him, Scylla, please.
All right. I will hold Sephel's shoulders and he down into the ground.
And still with the broken epee in his hand, Starcaller is going to reach out and pump a single hit point of Lay on Hands into Sephel.
Boom, boom. So Sephel, you come back, and I will say the short-term madness because you fell unconscious is no longer with you.
Sephel?
He gets up, spits the muck out of his mouth that he took in as he fell.
Oh, I'm not
and goes to stand and feels the weight on him.
You see the large blade of Ivan's scythe just sink into the ground next to you. The long inside sharpness just kind of running along the side of your leg. It's I think it is best you do not move, dear friend.
Sephel's been here before. Who did I hurt?
Not me.
That came quickly. This has happened to you before? And he looks between Sephel and Scylla.
It's happened
Ivan's staring as well, yeah, just what the fuck?
It's happened to a few of us. Indigo, Lara, myself. This place has turned many of us into a feral beast more than once.
Yes, there is many strange and dark forces at work here. I think our friend was mostly overcome by the forces about us. Is this not so?
Scylla, take my staff. He pushes it away from his hand.
Oh, I'm not a wizard. I'll hold on to it for now, Sephel.
That's what I mean. Just hold it.
You're going to need it, but
not until I am sure my wits are fully back.
Fine. And she will help him stand and take the staff.
He sort of looks back, and we're in marsh. I imagine it's soft ground. He can he looks across the southern marsh and sees just this conic disbursement of muck and debris and a couple bodies, and he knows at this point what causes this. Don't think I've used spells in that state before. I didn't think I could.
You were primal, Sephel. I have never judged who you are. And I must confess that in that moment, you were terrifying. I've heard of mind flayers, but I'd never truly met one, as I've never thought of you as one. But in this moment, that is what you were.
I am sorry for that. But, to be technical, mind flayers don't typically enjoy the arcane.
Did you want to be technical now? Is that
I'm just saying.
just felt like that moment?
It's a little bit of a defensive. Well, you know I'm me.
Yes.
A little bit of a defensive maneuver, but I more so leaning into. I'm still not like a lot of mind flayers. In fact, I was actually looking into that, but that's neither here nor there.
Yes, this is most curious how you use one of these, but you don't. Are you not pulled towards the elder brain?
What is that?
I think he eats brains of all ages.
No. Yes, but no. What is the elder brain?
Oh, I am surprised you do not know of this. You seem a rather learned man. But it is the hive mind that controls many, if not most, or all mind flayers. Or at least that is what the tomes tell us. But you do not feel the pull. You do not attack indiscriminately. You have friends that are outside of your species.
I have received one such calling that I can remember as I lay bloodied in a tent outside the whirlstone tunnels of Gracklestug. I've not heard of it since.
A call?
I could not figure out what it was. But there was a time in Gracklestug, actually right before we found you, Scylla, when I was beaten and my allies fell. When I rested that night, I was told to rise by a being that I did not recognize, but it sounds reminiscent of what Ivan speaks of. But I haven't heard from it since, and the last creature that broke into my psyche was Sekarak. So I wrote off the rest of it as maybe attached to that being. We should not... This is not the time for conversation. Is there moss or some similar, like, soft flora or something around here?
All about you, dude.
Okay.
You can just
Sephel,
reach down and grab some stuff.
Sephel is going to grab handfuls and, like, show everybody, and he's going to take a small amount of it, ball it up, and he's actually going to plug his ears to try to, like, dampen the song from the area. The sounds around us are corrupting our minds. We are all falling victim to it very quickly. If we are going to remain in this area, we have to defend ourselves. And he'll, like, pass out bits of the moss.
Okay. Does everybody partake of this moss earplug?
Yeah, so, like, do fish have ears? Like...
I don't know, do
Situation.
squids?
Yes.
Yeah, right. Okay, cool.
No.
Seems lame.
Thank you to our resident marine biologist.
I will, yeah, I mean, Scylla will absolutely plug her ears with, moss.
That's good. Why not?
Ivan looks at it questioningly, and he goes, I would rather have my wits about me for whatever is to come. For I have seen the many horror, and I think the mother will protect me from them. Well, thank you.
Aren't you fucking special?
What? What did he say?
I should clarify that the intention is not to like totally deafen, but to dampen. It's sort of like noise suppression.
Sure,
More
and
like a mosquito net.
to him, like, he understands it, but he wants to be open to this stuff.
No, I was more saying it as like a, I don't want to make myself totally deaf.
Yeah.
Like I wanted that clarification.
That's fair. Starcaller, do you partake of the boss?
Yeah, I'll take a little.
You take a nice fat rip off this.
Yeah. Do you partake of the demon's moss?
See, I must.
Fat rip off these green clouds.
Yeah. Everybody's high around here.
That's right.
Or something.
They got something going on.
I cannot. I am in no state to proceed.
Come here, my friends. I will weave what magics I have for you.
No, I mean, well, on top of being beaten into the ground, understandably, no hostility there. I have expended a good deal of my energy.
This is fair, but we either leave here with all haste. We cannot stay within this place. Or we see what lies beyond that door.
Can I... Okay.
I can heal your bodily wounds. I'm not sure what I can do for you in your powers.
Do you think 1 hour is too long to wait?
I am not sure. All of these things move about us. And we have made quite a bit of noise outside this door.
Yes, I tend to think it's time to plunge ahead.
I would have to agree. If this is a union ceremony, an hour may be over.
Very well. Then I will take whatever mending you can lend.
He will give you... Let's do a cure wounds at first level.
Do we have any, like, before he blows everything, do we have, like, any greater healing potions or anything like that?
I have one greater healing potion that I will give to you. It is from Beatrice.
He definitely casts one spell of cure wounds, and you get 10 back from that. So just go ahead and count that.
And what, remind me the healing?
I have 2. Sorry.
Oh, dope.
44 plus 4.
4d4 plus 4, so 20 if I drink the whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
How you doing?
I am...
Would that bring you to 35, 36?
I'm at 31 of 42. So I could probably be okay. I just need to stay out of the way of anything up there.
Do you have, so the 6 health potions that we got from the King and Queen of the City of Ember, I feel like you should hold on to at least 2 of those.
Okay.
So maybe, can we say that Brendan has 2?
Yeah, you guys can divvy them up however you want.
Yeah, I already
think we
have
ever split that
2,
up.
and I have my lay on hands.
Okay, so I will add 2 potions of healing.
Ivan kind of seems to be trying to like call upon some kind of other spell. He's like, guys, I had another form where I could draw upon the life around us, but it seems there is hardly anything here that I may draw upon and give to you. I am sorry, my friend.
You've done more than enough considering the circumstances. I appreciate your aid.
But of course.
Very well, let's go stop a wedding.
And that's where we'll end today.
Well, boy howdy, how about the end of that episode? That was a good one, and I'm not just saying that at the end of every episode. But I am here with more news. Yes, this is another update for our outro. We've got a couple great things going on. The first of which is we're going to be launching our first sanity check, which is a new segment we're going to do every couple months to just update all of our listeners about the great things that we have going on. So kind of like an outro, but it's going to have the whole cast, and we'll be talking about all the different things in the pipeline that we're working on for the podcast. The first one of those is going to come out in April of 2023. The other thing that we're doing that is super fun is I'm actually running a one-shot with the gang. It's a little bit of a mini adventure. We've already recorded 2 episodes. We suspect there'll be 6, although depends on how they go through the story. So we'll be posting the first of those here pretty shortly as well. And then lastly, I just want to remind everybody about our socials. We've got memes dropping every Monday over on Twitter at The Madness Table. We've got an Instagram page that you can catch us on as well. And Will has been dropping some banger TikToks, so you can find us at The Madness Table over there as well. And I guess the last thing I'll mention is if you're interested in supporting us, if you're loving the show and want to toss a coin to your Witchers, that's us. It's going to be ko-fi.com/The Madness Table. And that's it. Until next time, when
the madness continues.